Welcome back to my book channel. My name is Lady Lauren XY, and today I'm going to be talking about a couple of books, and I mean like a couple of books. I'm going to do a dedicated video for each book starting today. There's going to be 4, but I think these books are very underrated. They're all featuring romances / something else. But I think these are like really, really underrated stories I just want people to know about. And I have read these before, either this year or last year, but they were in wrap-up videos. So I was like, okay, Lauren, let's just do a dedicated video for each one starting now. But hi guys, my name is Lady Lauren XY, and I am a graduate. Yes, I graduated Saturday, and yes, I'm happy to be done with this journey for right now. I am taking the year off to explore myself and also study for my LSATs. So I'm happy. I'm happy. So let's just get into this book. I'm gonna start off with something that I wasn't gonna pick up at all, but it was like $4, and it was The Sweet Filthy Boy by Christina Lauren. And I usually, like, Christina Lauren's novels don't really, like, reach out to me. Like, the synopsis and, like, from the booktubers that I watch heavily, it doesn't seem like it's something I would want to read, so I don't pick them up. This one I only got because the hashtag was like super smutty, and I was like, oh wow, like I didn't think they would make like really smutty books, so I got it, and this was so good. I know this is a part of a series, and this is the first of the series because it starts off with a group of friends who have graduated undergrad, I think. And they're in Vegas for the weekend because they have to go back and do something, either figure out what they're going to do at school or have a job. It's one of those two. Our main heroine, Mia, and her friends are out there just like do crazy things in Vegas for the weekend to do them. Mia, she's like described as like someone who is shy, doesn't like to speak a lot, actually hardly ever speaks. It's almost like she has like selective mutism. And she also has this like trauma from I think it was a car accident that she got into when she was in high school, and it made her feel disfigured because of the scarring on her leg. So she is like just having a fun time with her friends in Vegas, all that kind of stuff. She happens to see, I think his name is how you like pronounce it. It's like Ansel, who's a Frenchman, and him and his friend like across, I think like a bar or the casino or something, but like they make eye contact, you know, like you have that eye contact with, I'm interested in you, but nothing comes about it. Like, oh, I see you, you see me, and we look cute. Like I have this attraction towards you, but nothing happens. That's what happens to them. So then the next day or the following night, she and her friends are in their hotel room, you know, trying to relax because they've had a very fun time on the catwalk or on the boardwalk. And they, like, her other friends pass out. She's trying to fall asleep, and then like all of a sudden there's just this noise coming from the adjacent room, and they're like loud and obnoxious, and she's just trying to go to sleep. Like, come on, please. I know it's Vegas, but come on. Like, why so much noise? Anyways, I'm looking like I'm there. So she gets up and she's like, I know, we're not doing this. I am going to go over there and tell them to please tone it down. So she does. And who happens to open the door? Ansel. He is there in all his French and gorgeous glory with the body of a god. And they have like the little flirtations, kiki, Anyways, so long story short, they have this meeting, nothing comes about it, but they meet again the next morning or next evening, and they all get wasted. Like, his group of friends and her group of friends just go on town and just get plastered. Like, plastered. And they all wake up married to each other. So, and this is their story. Mia and Ansel's story. They're the ones that are going to try to make this work. Mainly because of stuff that happened that Mia can't really remember, but Ansel remembers. And Mia wrote a letter to herself about why she should stay together with Ansel, just to see, just to experience adventure and the spontaneousness of their relationship. And it was just so good. Like, I did not think that I would like it because it sounds crazy. Like, I understand, like, it's like explaining fan fiction, like one of your favorite fan fictions, to a person who doesn't like fan fiction or doesn't like reading or romance. And your plot sounds crazy. Like, there's so many, like, Harry Potter and Sherlock Holmes stories, or even Harry Potter and Tony Stark romances that, like, my roommate was just like, why? And I'm just like, hey, don't try to shame me, My Hero Academia girl. But anyways, so during this time, she has to, like, she's trying to build her confidence and trying to find her place in her own spirit, in her own world, in her own life, because she hasn't done that before in another country. So because he's taking her back to France, and she's going to spend the summer with him in France. And it was just, like, so good. There was, like, so much spice in here that I was just like, oh, wow, okay, all right. Mm-hmm. And there is some angst in here. Like, I didn't think there was going to be angst as bad as, like, it was, but it was, like, angst a lot. There is, like, secrets. It's not even secrets. I guess it could be secrets. It's just, like, miscommunication and him not understanding that maybe you should tell your wife about certain things so she won't get blindsided about that certain thing. Maybe. Is it just me? But yeah, this one was really good and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I should tell you the synopsis. Mia Holland isn't usually one for a fling, but after a sweet, filthy night with a charming Frenchman, Ansel Golomnia, said that wrong, definitely did, she makes the wildest decision of her life. Terrified of the boring but practical path ahead of her, Mia rolls the dice and follows Ansel to France for the summer to just ... play. Playing house, playing lovers, Mia's whole life feels like pretend until she dresses up and pulls Ansel into her proactive masquerade that feels real. Real conversations, real emotions, really, really hot sex. But is her sizzling romance adventure any less of a charade than her button-up plans to attend business school in the fall? Can a one-night stand really turn out to be the one? But you also get like hints of her other friends. So I think each book follows them in the continuous line of like what happens after that night. So it's not like we get her story and then all of a sudden when her story stops, her friend stories begin, because you get their stories, like hints of their stories, not their endings, hints of their stories throughout her story. And then maybe at the end of their stories, we get more concrete of like her story. Because they ended like on a very nice, like well ending. It didn't give me a sense of like, oh my gosh, this is like a concrete ending. It was like a continued, to be continued. Yeah, to be continued for this pairing. So I'm guessing that I would have to read the other stories in the series in order to get my main pairing, the first story's ending. But I did enjoy it, and it was really good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first one. In a couple of days, I will showcase the other 3 stories that I want to talk about that are highly underrated. And I will see you guys then. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. My name is Lady Lauren Explorer, and I will see you guys later. Bye.